Alright, this was unexpected, but we got 2 more anime moment cards that got turned into actual cards for the main rivals of Sexel, aka Kaito and Shark's numbers got evolved into shiny numbers, which is basically the manga versions of chaos numbers. So let's begin. So first up, we start off with the shark number, shiny number 37, Spider Shark, which is a rank 5 water sea serpent, exceed monster with 2600 attack, 2100 defense, requires 3 level 5 water monsters, or you can also exceed summon this card by using the original number 37 that you control and transfer its materials to this. So regardless, it's going to be 3 materials and it's just like Chaos Exceed Evolution without the rank up. But anyway, the first effect is once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card to target 1 monster your opponent controls, banish it until the next standby phase, and if you do, any face-up monsters they currently control loses 1000 attack. Basically an upgrade to the original already, because the original only minuses 1000 to the whole entire face-up field. This one has the added part where it banishes one of your opponent's monsters temporarily. But anyway, second effect, during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was either destroyed or sent there this turn after being exceed summoned, you can special summon it. This part is a bit of a downgrade to the original because this one has to be during the end phase during the turn that it was sent, compared to the original where it was destroyed immediately. But overall, some cool ups and downs, mainly with the main effect where it makes your opponent loses 1000 attack while also temporarily banishing one of your opponent's monsters. And it's just another cool addition to Sharks, this time with a shiny number finally. And into Kaito's shiny number for hope, shiny number 38, Titanic Galaxy, which is a rank 9 light dragon, exceed monster with 3000 attack, 2500 defense, requires 3 level 9 light monsters, or you could also exceed summon this card by using the original number 38, Hope Harger Titanic Galaxy, and of course transfer the material to this card. This card gets 200 attack for each material it has, so if you summon this the normal way or using the regular number 38, it will have at least 3, making it 3600. But the second effect is that once per turn you can target up to 2 spells and trap your opponent controls and attach them to this card as material, and their targeted cards cannot activate their effects responding to this activation. That's not too bad, a back row removal that they cannot chain. And of course that will be 2 more materials, so that will be 400 more attack. But the third effect is that you can detach 1 material from this card until the end of turn. This card's original attack becomes 1500. Remember, the extra 200 for each material still will be counted towards this, so it will be added up with the 1500, and by doing this you can attack your opponent directly with this card. Overall, it's not too bad as a basically finisher or basically a pierce through your opponent's monster type thing, but unfortunately it does lose the negate that the original does have. Although the monster attack gain is a little better because it doesn't rely on your monsters being destroyed and it doesn't direct the target to itself, which is still going to be 3000. So there is ups and downs, mainly for the fact that this could finish off your opponent with the direct attack, but overall it's not that much better than the original, considering that it really lost its negate, so it makes the original better in the early game while this one in the late game, but still a cool card nonetheless. And now for the spells. So we start with Revelation of Hope. It's a normal spell and you can only activate one of these per turn. Send 1 face-up level 8 dragon monster you control to the graveyard to special summon 1 rank 8 exceed monster from your extra deck, and it's treated as exceed summon. The cool thing is that the effects are not negated. The bad thing is that you do not have any materials for that exceed monster. Now for the Galaxy deck, this isn't entirely too bad, considering that you're just going to do armor exceed summon anyway by using exceed monsters from your extra deck then summoning things over it. So this isn't entirely too bad. So if anything, I say this is more of a tech card to run in more than anything. And finally to the last card, Galaxy Journey. It's a quick play and you can only activate one of these per turn, and both effects cannot be played in the same turn. So the first effect is that you special summon one of your banished light or dark monster, which can be helpful especially for the Galaxy deck. Something that I can see you can do is that when you play Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon's effect, you can play this and just summon the Photon Dragon back and then do Photon Dragon's effect again on another monster, which can actually be helpful. But it's also a resource engine because you do banish a little bit. But the second effect is that if a face-up exceed monster you control becomes banished while this card's in your graveyard, you can banish this card, then special summon one of those targeted monsters. It's an okay effect. I mean, for Galaxy Eyes you don't really banish too much, but it is doable. But more so with Tachyon, if I see anything when it comes to Tachyon support. Photon Dragon, not as much. But overall it does have its uses. But the funny thing is, since it says light or dark monster banish in anyways, it means that you can even play this as a chaos engine. If that's the case, then yeah, go ahead and play this card because this works with both light and dark, which is a chaos type card. And I mean that as both BLS as well. So that's it for the new shiny numbers for Shark along with Kaito for his Titanic Galaxy. What do you guys think of it? Overall, just cool cards, manga moment cards that actually happened in the manga but were never printed. So it's just cool to finally see these being printed. Although one thing I do hope is that once they print these as official localization, I really hope that they still have Hope in their names, just because that name can actually matter sometimes, especially for certain decks. And in the manga, they are considered Hope monsters, so I really hope they actually keep the name. But other than that, that's it for this, and see you all next time.